With the slice of a sword, Circus CEO William Bennett and Nevada Governor Bob Miller opened the world's largest hotel for business. Immediately, thousands of locals and tourists poured inside, making their way either to the slots and tables or upstairs to the restaurants or downstairs to the arcade. Bennett expects his castle to be the hit of the Strip. For the next 2 months or so, he says it will take away business from other resorts, including his own Circus. He says he's looking forward to the profits.
I feel relieved that we finally are going to get some money coming in instead of all of it going out.
But not every customer was so satisfied. Many were complaining the place was too crowded. But that's to be expected on the opening day of a major casino resort.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to my walkthrough of Excalibur Hotel and Casino. Opened in 1990, so it predates Luxor by 3 years. And also was the scene of my first ever solo Vegas trip in September 2006. Holds special memories. Let's take a look. But before we go into Excalibur, I just wanted to show you this moat that's outside. They've actually put some fountains in recently. This wasn't here last time I was in Vegas. But back in the late 90s, they used to have a dragon show here. And in those gates straight over there in the corner, a 51-foot green dragon used to come out on the hour and breathe fire towards that. And if I walk round, you'll see why in a minute. It was a pretty cool show, and obviously in those days every hotel was trying to do a Treasure Island and have something that went off on the hour and therefore attracted guests into the casino. Now you can even see the tracks. I don't know if you can see that down there. You can see the tracks as to where he came out, the dragon. And then in that little hut over there, Merlin appeared and he threw fireballs at the dragon. So it was a battle. It was pretty cool, and it was things like that that made Vegas so fantastic back in the day. You know, you could start here, then go up and get the volcano erupting, then Bellagio fountains, then the Buccaneers at Treasure Island. I mean, it was something else back in the day. And to me, it will always be a shame that they haven't kept that up. Anyway, let's go into the hotel proper. And actually at this side, there is a bit of view of the hut. There you go. I wonder if he's still in there, old Merlin. So just walking into Excalibur now. The moving walkway is not working. And off topic, but I am absolutely astounded with how many escalators and moving walkways are not working in Vegas during this most recent trip. It's absolutely incredible. And it's always the way, isn't it? It's always, you know, the same ones all the time. It's quite staggering to me. But of course, there was always a reason why they had walkways in to these places, and to get out, you had to do 3,000 steps. You know, it's the same old thing with regards to there's no clocks, there's no walkways out. The carpet is so garish, it keeps you looking straight ahead of you. The scent keeps you awake. All these things that the casinos do to entice you to stay. And it works, let's face it. Anyway, here we are. And this has always been really cool, this bit here, with a full theming. Really, really cool. I last stayed here in November 2019 in a royal suite. Now, there are two towers, Royal Tower and Resorts Tower. God, look at those ice creams, they're fantastic. I might have to come back and get one of those when I finish this. They are absolutely lovely. Wow. Yeah, I'm back there in 15 minutes. Okay, yeah, Resorts Tower and Royal Tower. The Royal Tower is the better of the two. I think the rooms are more recently renovated. And here is the hotel lobby. Bit of a queue going on today. It's about lunchtime on a Tuesday. And it's quite weird me coming in here because I always think, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I always think about my first solo trip. I came here full of trepidation, not sure whether I should come solo for the first time. And I remember clear as day, September 2006, standing in that line, thinking, well, let's see what happens. And obviously, as it turned out, I've never looked back since, but it was a sort of pivotal moment in my Vegas history, if you like. Now, it doesn't matter how many times I come to this resort, I always seem to get lost. I can never work out what's the front, what's the back, and where both towers are. So I'll do my best to show you, but at the front here is the box office for the shows they have, which they don't really have many shows here. They just have the Tournament of Kings, which is like a dinner jousting show, which I've often wanted to go to but never have. They've got the Australian Bee Gees, as you see there, and then Thunder from Down Under, which obviously, as you remember, I auditioned for and didn't quite get in. Now, most of the food is on the second floor, which is up the escalators on the right there. There's a good steakhouse up there, and that's the way that you would go to take the bridge over to Luxor. Now we'll go this way down here. This is the tower I stayed at in November 2019, the Royal Tower, which, as I mentioned, has the better or more modern rooms of the two, I guess. And all of these slots around here will always be where I pretty much gamble in Excalibur, purely because in September 2006, when I made my grand solo entrance as such, I always used to start every evening with a drink at Sherwood Forest Bar, which is right here. And they've never changed it, they never dethemed it, they never renamed it. Don't like normally buying drinks, but I'll make an exception here because at the time I was sort of starting each evening there and sort of pondering my future. And it all worked out, as things often do. They also have a Johnny Rockets here, which I also really like. So yes, I would, in November I did have a few Johnny Rockets and take them back to the room at the Royal Tower at the back there. Now you tend to get the similar sort of comps here to Luxor. I certainly do anyway, as an M Life Gold member. If I get offered a suite here, I get offered a suite at Luxor, and I don't know, having stayed at both fairly recently, I probably would go for Luxor over Excalibur. I think I probably would. But there's not much in it, really. Having said all of that, I do actually prefer the casino in here probably to the Luxor one. Although of the three, Luxor, Mandalay Bay and here, I prefer Mandalay Bay quite considerably over the casinos in either here or Luxor. But it's a fun gaming experience in here. It's a fun place to be. So I think it does sometimes get trashed unfairly. Normally by the crowd that would probably say, if you're not staying in a wraparound suite at Cosmo, you may as well not come to Vegas. That type of crowd. Which isn't my type of crowd. So down towards the resort tower is also where you get the pool entrance. The pool's pretty nice. I guess the only thing you've got to be aware of here is that you're going to get kids. Similar to Circus Circus, because it's a nice, shiny, colourful castle, it's going to be kid friendly. So just bear that in mind if that would irritate you. Now, Dick's Last Resort here is a decent bar as well. Now, if I remember right, this used to be Lynyrd Skynyrd Bar. Or restaurant, I should say. I've eaten at Dick's a few times, and I liked it. It's a good fun place. Can get quite raucous in there. So that really, in a nutshell, is Excalibur. I think I would hate to see this place be replaced. I hope both Luxor and here, with the Radius Stadium nearby, go from strength to strength, and they don't start deciding to change it all down here because of that. Time will tell, but I hope that doesn't happen. Anyway, I am off for an ice cream because I haven't forgotten those ice creams over there, so I'm going to go and have one. Okay, until next time, take care of yourselves. So this is room 28128 in the Royal Tower at Excalibur. Now, I haven't stayed at Excalibur for quite a few years, but I got an offer through M-Life for 4 free nights, no resort fees, 150 resort credit, 150 free play, and I thought, you know what, let's give it a go. Now, it isn't your Cosmo wraparound suite or anything like that, but I'm quite impressed. So you've got a bathroom toilet there on the left as you come in. Seating area. And funny enough, I was given or left this with a note from a host here welcoming me to the property. Now, to my knowledge, I haven't even got a host at Excalibur, so I'm not quite sure how that all works, but I haven't finished it all yet, so I'll need to take it on to the next hotel. But a nice seating area. Tellies are a bit small and old, as is some of the furniture a little bit. And whoever sits on these stupid chairs that they always seem to put in these hotels, I've really no idea. But a good seating area. I've eaten a couple of meals on there. And a massive fridge in the bar area for your own stuff. So as I say, it's a 1-bedroom suite. Great view. Actually, that's a pretty cool shot, isn't it? Very, very cloudy and rainy over the last day or so in Vegas. Looks like it might be about to throw it down again. And then going into the second room, you have a bathroom here with his and her sinks. Another toilet there. And you have a shower and tub. Now, I've not used the tub. I probably won't, but it's a nice touch anyway. Hanging space in there, along with your safe. And the bed is really comfy. Slept very well for the last 3 nights here. Got 1 left. And my only gripe, I guess, is this telly. It looks like it's been put up by some cowboy. I mean, it's not straight. All of the wires are hanging down. The fixing at the side is coming off. I mean, yeah, that's a shame. And then another view, pretty much the same as obviously the one next door. I've loved looking out with that view since I've been here. So yes, it's not the poshest thing in the world, but I tell you what, I'm pretty impressed, and it's worth a shot if you can get this type of room here. The resort tower is the other tower, which is less recently renovated than this one. The Royal Tower is the best option to go for the more modern rooms. I think these were last upgraded about 5 years ago, so it's not that recent, but in any case, not bad. Speak to you soon.